Hey guys, my name is Rose. I just wanted to do a quick Diwali makeup look. When I think of Diwali, I think of burnt reds and shiny gold. So if you want to see how I got this look, just keep watching. Alright, let's get started. To begin, I use a little bit of the Urban Decay Potion Primer on my eyelids and a little bit on my lower lids. And I give that a quick fan. Then I go in with the Maybelline FitMe Concealer and I apply little dots all over my eyelids. And I go ahead and blend that out with my finger. I then use some of the Tarte Smooth Operator Finishing Powder and an e.l.f. small tapered brush just to set that. So it makes it easier for blending with the eyeshadow. I go in with the MAC Saddle with a Morphe 218 brush. And I apply that as my transition color. I use the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette and I use the reddish and the brown shades on a Morphe 433 brush and I apply that right in my crease. I blend that out with a Morphe M441 brush. I do the same thing on the other side of the eye. Go in with the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette and I take the Triple Fudge color on an e.l.f. blending eye brush and I also apply that to my crease just to darken it up a bit and give it a little bit of depth. I take the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk and I apply a little bit of product on my eyelid and I blend that out with the Morphe M224 brush, or any flat brush works out for this. I went in with MAC Goldmine using a Bare Minerals eye shaping brush and I applied that color all over my lid. It's a really pretty gold color. I use White Frost by MAC on an M224 brush as my brow highlight. I then used MAC Studio Fix Fluid and I put a little bit on the back of my hand and then I went in with Physicians Formula Argan oil and added that to the mix. I just mixed it up on the back of my hand and applied it right to my face. I used a flat Kabuki brush I found on Amazon and just blended my entire face out. I sprayed some Fix Plus on an e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush. And I used the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer and applied it with little dots under my eye. I then went out and blended that with my finger, and then blended it with the Flawless Concealer brush. I set that with the Tarte powder using a tapered brush. I did the same thing to the other side of my eye, and just blended that out and set that. I then went ahead and applied it to my forehead, my nose, my lip, around my mouth, and my chin. I just blended that whole thing out using the concealer brush. And set it with the Tarte powder and the tapered brush. I then used a small contouring brush with the Too Faced Dark Chocolate powder. And I contoured my cheeks, the sides of my face, and my forehead. I did the same thing to the other side. I went over that with some of the Benefit Hoola bronzer just to darken it up. I used MAC Pinch Me as my blush. And MAC Soft and Gentle as my highlight using a Morphe M512 brush. I darkened my brows with some MAC Carbon using an angled brush. And I also used some MAC Carbon under my eye and blended that out with a pencil brush. I then went in and curled my lashes and used Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I went in with Rimmel Coffee Bean lip liner and lined my lips and used MAC Craving lipstick. And that's the finished look.